Christine Brown isn't holding back anymore. The Sister Wives star, now remarried in a monogamous relationship, is revealing the hidden struggles behind the family's reality show facade in her new memoir, Sister Wife, a memoir of faith, family, and finding freedom. Christine is blowing the lid off of everything, from a secret opioid addiction after knee surgery to the personal sacrifices she made to keep the peace on set. Christine may be setting up season 20 to be the most explosive yet. The most shocking hidden detail from Brown's memoir. Christine admitted to putting up a front when filming Sister Wives, but the details in her memoir reveal exactly how much of a double-life reality stars can keep concealed behind the scenes. The reality series began filming in 2010, and Christine outlines how, after knee surgery in 2016, she became addicted to the painkiller oxycodone, a fact she kept hidden while filming. She claims that prior to this surgery, ibuprofen or aspirin were the strongest painkillers she was used to taking. The description of withdrawal symptoms as feeling like she had the flu and aching from head to toe, and the relief she experienced taking the prescribed pain medication, will be relatable experiences for many Americans who have been exposed to the opioid epidemic that has had its clutches on the nation for decades. Recalling the euphoric experience of taking the painkiller before filming confessional interviews for Sister Wives, Brown explained in her memoir, "Oxy made the set fine. I could do anything on Oxy." But she also experienced withdrawal symptoms, low moods, and a fixation on when she would be able to take the next pill. Luckily, she had the help of family, as her sister's wife Janelle Brown's daughter, Maddie Brown, intervened, telling her sister mom to figure out whatever she needed to do because the family needed her back to normal. Christine made a change for a family celebration. It was Maddie's upcoming wedding that finally convinced Christine it was time to make a change. She detailed how her husband Cody Brown took charge of the small children, while she spent a weekend crying, watching Pretty Woman on repeat, with her mom over to take care of her. Christine detailed submitting control by offering her store of painkillers to her mother and her daughters to dole out as needed during her transition from dependency. Christine didn't shy away from details that showed kicking her need for the opioid wasn't as simple as spending a weekend in Bridget Jones mode. Instead, she was vulnerable, sharing that she felt unbalanced for months after she stopped taking the painkiller as she struggled to get back to her normal routine. When denied access to the medication, she experienced anger, and even now when she thinks of the highs she used to experience, she admits to feeling temptation. Christine summarized the ordeal by writing, "It was that fast to become addicted, and then that long to find myself again." Knowing that she had her children needing her, and having adult children capable of intervening, helped Christine to prioritize family and to gain the strength to end her dependency. With Christine's memoir releasing just weeks before season 20 of Sister Wives begins to air, it begs the question of how much, if any, of the writing process will be shared in the upcoming season. Christine's life with David has so far appeared as transparent and authentic as she purports to be in her life these days, though still filming a reality series about her disjointed family that requires a certain amount of smile for the camera from everyone involved. Christine Brown, best known as one of the central figures on the long-running TLC series Sister Wives, has stepped into a new phase of life, one defined by transparency and accountability. In her newly released memoir, Sister Wife, a memoir of faith, family, and finding freedom, she pulls back the curtain on the polished reality TV image and shares the personal struggles she once kept hidden from the cameras. Among the most striking revelations is her candid account of a secret battle with opioid addiction that began after knee surgery in 2016. Brown admits that prior to the procedure, she had little experience with strong painkillers. Over-the-counter medications like aspirin and ibuprofen had been her norm. However, the prescription of oxycodone following her surgery marked the beginning of an unexpected and deeply personal struggle. She describes the drug's effects as both euphoric and deceivingly manageable, noting that oxycodone gave her the ability to get through the pressures of filming confessional interviews for Sister Wives. She recalls, "Oxy made the set fine. I could do anything on Oxy." Yet behind that sense of control lay an addiction that manifested in withdrawal symptoms, low moods, and a near-constant preoccupation with her next dose. Her vulnerability in recounting those days will likely resonate with many Americans familiar with the devastating reach of the opioid epidemic. Christine writes of feeling physically unwell when attempting to go without the pills, likening the sensations to the flu, with her body aching from head to toe. What appeared to be a useful aid for recovery quickly revealed itself as a trap, one that blurred the line between medical necessity and dependency. A turning point came when her family intervened. Maddie Brown, daughter of Christine's sister-wife Janelle, confronted her with the reality that the family needed her to return to her full self. This moment of accountability struck Christine deeply. The catalyst for real change, however, was Maddie's upcoming wedding. Christine knew she wanted to be present and healthy for the occasion. Determined, she resolved to confront her dependency directly. With her husband Cody Brown stepping in to care for the younger children, Christine leaned on her mother and daughters for support during the initial withdrawal. She relinquished her supply of painkillers to them, allowing them to distribute the medication only when absolutely necessary. What followed was a grueling weekend of withdrawal, tears, and repeated viewings of Pretty Woman as she sought to distract herself from the pain and cravings. Christine admits that the journey didn't end after that weekend. For months afterward, she felt unbalanced, struggling to regain a sense of normalcy. Anger surfaced when she was denied access to the medication, and even now she acknowledges moments of temptation when recalling the highs of the pills. Christine summarizes the ordeal with blunt honesty. It was that fast to become addicted, and then that long to find myself again. Her candor not only sheds light on her personal resilience, but also underscores the broader dangers of opioids, a crisis that has impacted countless families nationwide. Ultimately, Christine credits her children and the responsibility she felt toward them for helping her overcome the addiction. Knowing that she was needed and that her adult children were willing to step in and demand accountability gave her the determination to push through the darkest periods. Her memoir presents this chapter of her life not as a moment of weakness, but as a testament to the strength found in vulnerability, family support, and the courage to admit imperfection. The timing of her memoir's release is particularly notable, arriving just before the premiere of Season 20 of Sister Wives. Fans are left wondering how much of Christine's writing process and the struggles detailed in her book will influence the storyline of the new season. In recent appearances with her husband David, Christine has seemed open and authentic, embracing the stability of a monogamous marriage after years in a polygamous arrangement. Still, as she acknowledges, reality television demands a degree of performance, a willingness to smile for the camera despite underlying tensions. Christine's memoir not only recounts her personal battle but also challenges the carefully maintained image of harmony within the Brown family that the show projected for years. By sharing her story, she shifts the narrative from one of scripted appearances to one of lived truth. The result is a powerful reminder that even reality stars face hidden struggles and that healing is possible when honesty replaces facade.